This is the Didlake Difference, the show all about creating and promoting opportunities for people with disabilities. Each episode will bring you expert insights and relatable topics that ignite meaningful conversations and inspire change within our communities.
Welcome back to the Didlake Difference podcast. In this episode, I sat down with two special guests. Theresa, a Didlake employment specialist who works closely with individuals navigating the path to employment, and Brandon, a former Project Search student who successfully transitioned into the workforce after completing the internship program. Do you have any vacation plans? Do either of you guys have vacation plans?
No, just relax, spend some time with my family.
Good. Yep. Good. What about you, Theresa?
Going to Charleston for July 4th weekend.
Oh, fun.
We're empty nesters, so now the adults are having fun.
Very nice.
That's it. Just little jaunts. How about you?
Yeah. I was in Italy last month. So that was my that was my big summer vacation. Now I'm kind of just trying
Where
to relax.
Where were you in Italy?
I was in the north of Italy, so I spent some time in Lake Como. I was able to see. I wish. I saw Alba, which was really, really beautiful. So like the wine region. And then I spent some time in Chamonix, France as well, because they're all like super close to each other. Yeah, so it's really cool. Yeah.
Can't wait for my parents to see this, including my sister, when it does hit,
Yeah.
See what they think.
Yeah. Are you close with your family?
Yes, I live with my parents. My sister, she used to live with us, but now she lives with her boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but they're very supportive, I imagine.
Yes, my parents, they do help me out. Yep.
Yeah. What was their reaction when you told them that you were going to come on here?
Well, they were happy. I know that. And my mom, she just told me, she wished me luck for the podcast, and I said, thank you. She said that I'm going to do great.
Yeah.
I think I am, yeah.
I think you are too. That's awesome.
Says he's nervous, but he's very confident.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little confident. I mean, I managed.
Move the pillow if it's fine.
Do whatever you need to feel comfortable. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I was a little nervous when I was graduating high school, because I had to walk up a stadium to receive, a few things. And then also a little nervous for the speech for Project Search. You got to give a graduation speech at Project Search. And I did, yeah. And then I managed to speak up about my disability at my job. And it was pretty good.
Wow. That's very cool. So you haven't done like a podcast, but you have done other speaking sort of.
Yes, I've done a speech. I had done a speak up. Yeah.
So when you were doing the Project Search speech, do you remember? I know it was a while ago. This was like, what, 2021?
23.
22, actually.
22. So that was a while ago.
Yeah.
But do you remember kind of what your speech was about?
Well, I guess my speech was about how, that I'm very proud of myself for, where I'm at,
Yeah.
And that I, thank my parents, including my family, for, helping me. I remember when I was still at Project Search, we used to watch Undercover Boss. You know that show?
I've never watched it. No, what's it about?
It's about bosses that, go undercover to dress up as employees to see what they, what other employees do, and then learning a few things about their employees. And yeah, it's very nice.
It's a good lesson to say what that employee do wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's some, good employees, and there are some bad employees that, need to be reminded that, they shouldn't, do what they just, did.
That's a very good point. That's a good show.
Yeah, it is.
I'm going to have to watch it.
Yeah, it's a good show.
Yeah, it is.
But most of the time, the bosses, the undercover, it's like, really? That still looks like you.
Yeah, it does still look like them.
So they put like on a wig or mullet or something.
Or dye their hair.
That's funny. So you think like they know it's a little scripted.
Yeah.
Okay. But the idea is good.
Yes.
I'm going to have to look into it.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, awesome. So, Brandon, I really wanted to just know, tell me a little bit about, your job at the Hilton Performing Arts Center now.
Okay.
How's it going?
It's going good. What else? As you know, that I'm an usher. Ushers, they are basically allowed to escort people to their assigned seats. They're also allowed to see, the show.
Mhm.
And what else? There are some events where, it's just general admission where you can just sit wherever you want to sit.
Mhm.
And then at the end of the show, ushers are required to do a little bit of a sweep, meaning that they have to check for lost and found, such as glasses, keys, wallets, beverages, all kinds of things.
Yeah. So you have to be very attentive.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Very cool. And so, to my understanding, this was a role that you got when you were out of Project Search, right?
When I was almost out of Project Search.
Okay.
Yep.
So, can you walk me through a little bit of how you got into your role?
Well, let's see. I remember Miss Theresa. She took me to the Hilton with another usher. Her name's Kendall. Yeah. And basically, we, basically saw the inside of the place. It looked pretty good. And then it was also an interview. So we did the interview. And then after that, after trying to get jobs and no luck, and one day Miss Theresa, gathered me and, the other kids. And I thought, okay, this is probably going to be bad news. And it's about the Hilton. And it turns out I got the job. And I was so happy. I was, basically just, yes, I was like, yes. And, Miss Theresa said I, gave some hugs. And I think I probably did, yeah. Yeah.
He says that must have been true.
Yeah.
People were stopping in the hallway
Yeah.
because they heard him. I got the job. People were clapping for him.
Yeah, and then I told my parents I got the job, and they were happy.
Awesome. Very cool. And so I wanted to ask you a little bit about that, Theresa, because I know, like Brandon said, that you had some involvement in that. So within your role as the employment specialist, kind of how did you help Brandon, or how did that role come about?
Well, we became part of the Business Advisory Council when Megan first started it. And I proposed an idea that I bring two interns over and do a PowerPoint presentation on why people with disabilities should be hired. And Brandon did one of them. And out of that, Merritt from Hilton Performing Arts Center said, you need to come over. And that's when she hooked us up with Tori, who's his current boss. And the rest is history.
Yep.
That is very, very cool. And so the Business Advisory Council, so Megan spoke a little bit about that when she was on the podcast previously. And it seems like this was kind of an unconventional way that, Brandon, you were able to get that job, right? Because it wasn't a traditional apply and go in, right?
No, it was, we went for a tour. And before we left, she whispered to me, send me his resume. And then I played a little joke on him.
Yeah.
Yep. That's true. She did. For a moment, I thought that I did not get the job, but no, I actually did.
Yeah. So you've been there since like we said, it was 2022, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So would you say that you've learned, like, what's been your favorite thing about being there so far?
Well, you get to escort people to their seats, and you get to watch, the musicals, the plays, the performance, and it's pretty good.
Yeah. Have you guys been able to see anything, like any interesting performances?
Together, what did we see the first time?
Oh yeah, we saw The Sound of Music. It was pretty good. The performance, I mean, it was just crazy,
Yeah.
But yeah, it was amazing. I got to work for the very first time, and yeah, Miss Theresa, she was there, and I can tell she was proud of me. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So when you say that Miss Theresa was there, Theresa, what kind of things are you doing with Brandon? Like, what does that entail really when you're supporting him on the job?
Usually it's just redirecting if necessary. Like, okay, here comes somebody. Brandon will share with you some of the things that he does when it gets a little overwhelming. But he just takes redirection really well.
Yep.
And just making sure that he's doing what he's supposed to do. He's really fine now. He doesn't really need me. I just go because I see, what's he doing today? Mutt's Gone Nuts was fun.
Yep.
Yeah. Have you guys seen more shows together? Like, have you had the opportunity to?
No, not of this
Not a lot.
moment.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, that's very cool. And so you all have been, you both have had a relationship together for a long time. So how has it been working with one another for so long?
It's been good.
Yeah.
I like working with Brandon. He's easy. He makes my job very easy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So with Project Search, since you all have known each other since then, were there any kind of standout memories that you remember during your time as an intern?
Let's see. I do remember, telling Miss Theresa about myself.
Mm-hmm.
I remember showing her pictures of, my pets. But
Yeah.
then I got a dog.
Oh, nice. What kind of dog do you have?
She's a pug.
A pug. Oh, so cute. How old is she, if you don't mind?
She's 4, about to be 5 soon.
Okay. She's a little baby still.
Yep.
Okay, very cool. What about you, Theresa? Do you have any pets?
Oh, I have a dog.
Oh, you too? So we're all dog people over
Yes.
here.
I'm a dog person. I'm also a cat person.
He's got both.
Oh, you have both. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I like cats too. I've never had one because my mom is allergic.
Oh.
So, yeah. But that's very cool. Very, very nice.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. And so, let's see, kind of here, going back a little bit, Theresa, for you, how do you feel that the employment specialist role fits into the Project Search partnership?
Well, it is a partnership between DARS, Prince William County Schools, the host business, and Didlake. And when I'm with Project Search, I'm actually called a skills trainer because that's what they prefer to be called.
Okay, I didn't know
but
that.
it's just
Okay.
yeah. So it's I work with Heather Brown from Prince William County Schools, and we're very much a team, and we make sure that
Yep.
he knows very much a team. We all take turns doing the job coaching, introduce them to the different internships, providing checklists, whatever they need to be successful at their job.
Okay. Very nice. And so that differs kind of from individual to individual, right?
Correct. Some people need checklists. Some people just need verbal. Some people need short breaks. It just depends on the person. So they're all pretty tailored to the person.
Okay, that's good. I think Brandon, how do you feel when, like, having a skills trainer, right? So how does that help you when you're in your everyday role?
Well, it helps a lot. It's just making sure that that if something is really tricky, that I know that there's someone that could help me.
Yeah. So when he's in search, I'm the skills trainer, but once he gets his job, I'm then the employment specialist.
Got
so
it.
it's two different jobs.
Okay, 2 different jobs. You're doing a little bit of both.
yes.
Okay, that's very cool. And so, Theresa, if you don't mind me asking, how many individuals are you supporting at one time? With
Currently, I have 26.
Okay, 26 individuals.
But some of them are in follow along, which is a different service where they don't need as much support anymore. But I have people in training, people who are looking for jobs. So it just keeps going. But I wouldn't change it for the world.
Yeah, that's awesome. And so, Brandon,
Yes.
I do want to ask you a little bit more about your job as an usher.
Oh.
So tell me a little bit about how you prepare. How do you wake up in the morning and just, get ready for the day?
Well, let's see. I know when I'm doing some stuff, but when I'm getting ready to, work, I know that my job starts. Sometimes it starts in the morning, so I gotta, set an alarm for the morning to wake me up, and I gotta do a little things before I get ready, and then sometimes my parents one of them they take me to my job, and the other one picks me up from the job, and when I do the afternoon shifts, I'm like thinking, okay, so that means I have plenty of time to rest in. While I'm resting in, I do a few things around the house, to make sure to take care of the trash, make sure to, do a little bit of dishes, and, take care of the pets. Yeah.
So you said that you had the opportunity to speak about your disability at your job, right?
Yes.
So what was that like? What did you talk about?
Well, I talked about my my disability, how I use a spinning ring to help me to get through some things, including to also stop me from picking at my skin. I pace myself a few times, meaning I just walk around just to get my my mind off a few things, and then I'm thinking maybe just take a little bit of a breath. Yeah.
So who was the audience when you had that opportunity to give your speech?
Well, it was some of the employees at the Hilton. Yep.
It was a training session for
Yep.
individuals working
Yep.
with individuals with disabilities.
Yeah, and
it.
I wasn't the only person that had a disability. There was another person. She talked about her disability as well too. Yeah. When we were talking about our disabilities, we could have, they, said that we could have gone up or just sit where we're sitting. And I chose to, sit where I was sitting because at the time I didn't want to, go up to the stand and just say hello, how's it going? Yeah, because at the time I felt a little nervous. That's why I preferred to sit down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was kind of, you were trying to do what was comfortable for you.
Yes.
Right. Very good. And it sounds like they give you that platform to be able to,
You know,
they accommodate, right?
yeah, just just for me to speak up about my disability, and to to let them know who I am.
Good.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And so, as you're working as an usher, do you, I mean, what is your, I don't know, is there, sorry, I'm trying to come up with.
It's okay.
Like a follow along. See, I get nervous too, and sometimes I'm just like,
Yep.
I have to take a pause and a breather.
I-
So, during your job as
Yep.
an usher, and you're able to watch the performances.
Yes.
Do you also get to interact with the customers as well?
Well, let's see. I do get to say hello or enjoy the show or have a good evening, have a good night. Yeah.
And is that something that when you were starting off you felt comfortable doing as well, or is that something that kind of with the time?
Well, first I had to get used to that because at the time when I was working my first year I was a little nervous, but then as I started getting used to it, then that's where I started saying hello and then saying enjoy the show, have a good night, have a good evening. Yeah.
Good. So it's kind of just like the longer that you went on, the more
Yep.
comfortable it became, and you were able to.
Yep.
That's awesome. I'm really happy for you, Brandon.
Thank you.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
And so I wanted to ask you, what kind of challenges do you think that you've overcome since you started working?
Well, there was some heights because there's this one theater that goes from the bottom to the very top. I'm only good with the bottom, but I mean which is called orchestra and parterre and first balcony, but second balcony that's where it's very high, and I'm not good with heights.
So, is it steep? If you look down?
Yep.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, it's very steep, and that's why I prefer to work orchestra or parterre or first balcony.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm good with those heights.
Okay.
And Brandon's learned to self-advocate. So instead of me having to go and say he doesn't like the third, he does it himself, saying, can't do that.
Good.
And they accommodate him very
True.
much.
Good. That's what it's about. It's just learning that there are things that you need to advocate for yourself, and then going out of your way to do that. That's awesome. Very good.
Yeah.
And so, what is something that you wish that people knew about hiring a person with a disability?
That's a good question. People with disabilities, they do have difficult times trying to get through things, and that's what other people should understand. And after having what I'm going through, it can be a little bit tricky, but then it can get a little easy. And sometimes it can be fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Welcome.
And so, Theresa, from your perspective, what is something that you wish that people knew when it comes to hiring people with disabilities?
I wish they knew that they can give them a chance. They're very capable of doing a job. Just because they have a disability doesn't mean they're not capable. They should have the same opportunities as everyone else. And it doesn't matter if they have a disability. What matters is they're going to show up on time. They're going to do their job, and they're do their job right every single time.
Yep.
And that's what I find with all of my people that I have. They are very good employees.
Yeah.
But just give them a chance. That's the hard part. Just somebody give them a chance. Say hello. Let them come in the door.
Exactly.
Get that interview.
Exactly. And kind of just going back to the way that, Brandon, you got your first job initially, it doesn't even have to be a formal come in and interview, right? Sometimes it can just be let somebody show up and show you who they are and how they're willing to work hard, as you've done, as you've shown, you know? Those are the only things that you need to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Theresa, from your perspective, why is the collaboration between Project Search and Didlake so valuable?
Because it does put individuals who have disabilities in the community, getting them jobs. And the Project Search gives them those job skills so that they're ready when they come out. It's not just somebody right out of high school. They've given valuable hands-on experience. I think it's really important that Didlake stays involved in making sure that we get as many jobs for our individuals with disabilities as possible.
Exactly. Especially within our communities, right?
Right.
There are so many opportunities and so many jobs that people are, that people should be given the opportunity to
Right.
fulfill. So
It's hard these days because it's everything's online.
Yes.
And then you go in and you try to give them your resume and they say, apply online. And then for whatever reason, we get chopped. So it's hard sometimes, but we just keep plugging,
yeah,
keep looking.
yeah,
Till we find a fit.
exactly.
And we always tell them it doesn't have to be your forever job. Get your feet wet,
Yes,
and that's okay.
exactly. So is there a job that you would want to do potentially outside of being an usher? Like, is there, or do you feel like being an usher is where you want to be?
Well, I don't mind being an usher for a little bit, but there are there is this sorry, just trying to talk.
No, you're okay.
Let's see. I do think about getting outside the usher thing, but I mean just to see what other jobs I can be good at.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sometimes I think about that, and hopefully that it will come true.
Yeah.
And like Miss Theresa said, that people with disabilities, they should be given a chance to work, and I agree with that.
Exactly. And it sounds like being an usher has given you so many amazing opportunities to just get out of your comfort zone, to just, be your full self.
Yep.
And that's awesome that you've been doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very cool.
Yep. Thank you.
All right. So let's see. So tell me a little bit about like some fun moments that you guys have shared together. You've had so much time working together. What's your favorite? What's been your favorite?
Well, let's see. I do know that she does come by. She'll come by once in a while. I remember when we were getting ready to practice for the podcast. We went over to McDonald's. Yep.
Oh, nice.
Ice cream.
Yep. Ice cream,
Oh.
French fries. They were delicious.
I bet. I'm jealous.
Yep.
I have a favorite memory.
Yep.
Do you remember when your Omni ride didn't come and I had to take you and Raleigh and Daryl home?
Oh yeah.
And we had to put the top down on my car
Yeah.
because it's a convertible.
Yeah.
And he jumped in like the Dukes of Hazzard.
It's true. I
Was
did.
ready for it.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of movies and TV shows where the cool guys or girls, they're getting ready to go through the car by just climbing on top and just going through the where the windshield is down.
It was funny.
That's hilarious. He said, you said, I'm going to live it out. This is my one chance.
Yeah.
Because the car was small and it wasn't raining. We all had to fit.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
That was a
that's
good time.
hilarious.
Yeah. No, it is coming back to me. Yeah, I did do a little bit of a Dukes of Hazzard thing.
He did.
Yep.
Oh, that's awesome.
They did a lot of community service too,
Yes.
throughout the hospital, so that was fun.
Yep.
Okay. What sorts of community service?
Well, let's see. I got to do three things. There was package services where you get to
Oh, you mean you're talking about your internships?
yes, my intern.
This is something different.
Oh,
Go ahead.
sorry.
No. You talk about your internships. It's great.
Okay, yeah. The internship, it was good. I got to for the first one, I got to deliver packages
Sorry.
all over the hospital, and then check for expiration dates to see which one's good, which one's bad. I had to clean up the cases that had the medical equipment in there, put the back in there, and then let's see. Then the second job was patient transport, where you get to transport a patient to the room or to a different room, or the last part is out of the hospital, which is where they get to go home. Yeah.
Okay. Which was your favorite?
Well, there was a third job, and there was Lennon's, and it was where I get to help organize the pillows, blankets, quilts, including the hospital clothes that you see people wear when they're getting ready to do surgery. And which one was my favorite? Well, I would have to choose probably Lennon's because I was good at that.
He's very good. You're good at all of them.
Yeah, I was good at all of them. Yeah.
Very cool. They gave you a lot of different internship opportunities, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I think in each thing you're learning completely different skills. You're learning
Yes.
completely different.
Yep.
So that's very cool.
And you had a mentor in each department.
Yes, I did.
Became independent very quickly.
Yes, and I got to spend a little bit of time with my mentor. Yep.
So you were an intern at UVA Health, right? The
Yes.
Prince William Medical Center?
Yep.
Awesome. Very cool. So you enjoyed the experience.
Yes, I did.
That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that. And so Theresa was just saying that there was also some like community
Community
service
service.
that you guys have
Yes.
done.
Remember we did the socks and stuff for the Nurses Week?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And didn't you guys do boo baskets for the nurses?
Yes.
Candy. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I know you did the angel tree because I was there for that one.
Yes, the industry. I mean, it's been so long, but yeah.
Yeah. I can imagine. I am the type of person that it's like a year has gone by. I don't remember anything that I've done, you know? So I'm in awe of both of you right now, like recalling these things.
That's because it's just easy. And
Yeah.
it's fun, and you gotta love what you do.
Yeah, they're good memories, right?
Very good memories.
Yeah, they are good memories, even though that some good memories are a little bit hard to remember, but
That's okay.
yep,
Yeah.
it is okay.
Yeah. It's the feeling, right?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you
the
remember
feeling.
the feeling of it.
Yeah, it's it's a good feeling.
I like when he came back the next year, he and a couple of the other interns to the graduation, and they were recognized, and everybody clapped for them. So
Yeah.
every year we do that, we recognize anybody that comes back to support
Yeah.
at graduation.
Yeah, I got to do that twice actually. Yeah.
Mhm.
Very cool. So when you're recognized, you go up and like,
But we just have them stand up and
Yeah,
people
stand
clap
up.
for them, and they get to see their old mentors and
Yep.
encourage the new.
Encourage the new kids. You know, last time I went, there was this one kid. He was jumping up and down. He was really excited.
He was very excited. Yes, he was.
yeah. What's the kind of advice that you would give a project search intern now that you've graduated?
Well, I would give them advice saying, even though that things might be might be a little bit tricky, but it will get easy. It won't get easy soon, but it will get easy eventually. And when it does, then you won't be nervous anymore, and you won't worry that you won't mess up. And yeah, I think while I was there as a student, I'm thinking I better not get nervous and basically better not mess up. And yeah, there were some times I got confused, times that were a little difficult, but eventually I managed to take care of it.
That's very reassuring. I think anybody needs to hear that sometimes things are difficult. It's not always going to be easy, but eventually they will be.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. See, I know you said that was for a project search intern, but I needed that. So thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah. So while I have you both here, Theresa, I'll start with you. Is there anything else that you would like to share today?
I think Project Search has brought so many opportunities to individuals in our community. We get to go to the conferences and we learn so much there and bring it back and put it into real use. Our search graduates are the best. They just the growth and maturity that happens in 9 short months and how close we become with each other. I mean, every time I call him, "Hi, Miss Theresa," always a smile on his face.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's true of all of them. I think that just people need to learn more about search, learn what we do, and open their doors to let us come in because we are a good group who want to work. They can work and they want to work, and they don't want to be in group supported employment, and they don't need to be. They can be independent
Exactly.
and maybe even live on their own one day.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you.
Teresa. So, Brandon,
Yep.
I'll ask the same question to you. Is there anything else that you would like to share today?
Let's see. It's been nice. First, I was gonna be a little bit nervous when I heard I was gonna do a podcast, but eventually like I said, managed to overcome that, and managed to talk about what I've been doing, and it's been good.
Yeah. And now you can tell people that you've been on a podcast. You can check that off
Yeah.
the list.
Yeah, it's true. I can. I
Yeah.
can basically tell people that I recently did a podcast, and I know that this eventually will be on commercials and probably be on the internet soon.
Can I get an autograph when that happens?
Yeah. Yeah.
When you're famous, remember me.
Yeah. Yeah, when you're famous, also remember me too.
Okay.
Yeah. My dad was asking me, is it, where can I see it? And I'm like thinking, I don't know. It's a good question, but I'm sure it'll be available soon.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, I didn't say that, but I'm thinking, I don't know, but eventually it will be available soon for people to see.
Yeah, we're going to have it on YouTube, so I'll be sure to send you the link.
Nice.
We also have it on Podbean, so it's like our podcast platform.
Yep.
So it'll be on Spotify, Apple Music, or Apple Music. Like Apple, whatever it's called.
We can sing.
Oh, if you guys want to sing a little tune while we exit out.
I'm good.
All right. Well, thank you both
Thank you so much for having us. I
time.
appreciate it.
Yep.
Of course. Thank you so much for listening. To hear more stories and conversations, subscribe to the Didlake Difference wherever you get your podcasts. Visit didlake.org to learn more and follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Didlake Inc. and LinkedIn at Didlake.